Hey, it's Random Pop Culture News Freak here, aka Mr. Mainly reviewing guys arrested in Jordan Metro for just trying to find me on Twitter, Instagram, of course. Mitri Odyssey, Minds, writing all over the stuff, Reddit, to get the channel to shut down, or God forbid shut down, or delete it. Anyways, controversial former YouTuber star, usually known as now Gregory James Jackson, or Onision, the Onion Boy, absolute, in my personal opinion, which should be a fact at this point, not an opinion maybe, because it's 2007, 2008, this dude way back in the day, like in his prime. So between late 2007, early 2008, all the way to like 2013, 14 maybe at the most, because by the time 2014, 15 came around, like he started losing a lot of fans, a shitload of them, thank God. Rightfully so. He was sued for alleged groomers, unfortunately, grooming. So Nissan has been accused of using his popular YouTube page to solicit underage kids, followers, by CT Jones. I tried to find this on another website, but it kept crashing on me. This kind of one did too, but not the first time I think I read from this old school mainstream media site like Rolling Stone. It's all like a Fox, NBC, ABC, CBS, and all the boomer shit that's out there, like MSNBC and all that stuff. And you already know how my opinion is. You've been on my channel for like, on this channel since like 2011, 2012. 12, 13 years. You've been suffering me that long. You know how my opinion stand on that. It's a deception, lying news media that does nothing but lie to more news than sheep rather. That's what it does. Unless you're like 50 years old and up, you don't know that. You're old school Gen X or a boomer. And I don't feel bad for you. You're sadly going to have to deal with that when you go away from us. Let's just put it like that. Anyways, yeah, from Rolling Stone. I couldn't find it nowhere else. Just like 2.5 days ago. So, links to scroll down below. I'm playing some OG Fire Emblem music in the back. I feel like this goes well with this freaking story. Oh no, yeah. It was like 3 other people I used to watch a bunch back in the day in the early mid-2010s at least, or even late 2000s. 2 of them I think they still do YouTube content. I know Daniel Salzbach, I mean, Repsian, Mr. Repsian, I think he just goes by Repsian Plays. Daniel Salzbach, the dude that he's done so much content over Gregory James Jackson, aka Onision. He did videos of countless hours and years worth of content on that dude. He's 2.5 years younger than me, and he knows. Dude's in the way, and I'm not trying to throw shade at the dude. He just sounds like my personal opinion. I don't have no beef with him. I'm not trying to start a beef with him because he has like almost 800K plus subscribers. So he's a fucking ginormous, in my opinion, old school, like nostalgia YouTuber for me. You know, he's like 2.5 years younger than me. He's got a good head on his shoulders. I'll give him that. And he likes cannabis and CBD marijuana oil shit, so because he does a lot of sponsorships with Vans and stuff. So I'll give him that for no doubt. He seems like a chill, decent, okay, cool dude. If I were to hang out with a dude, and he seems like a alright, my personal opinion in my book. Just by listening to his content, he sounds decent, but like, I don't know, he just kind of sounds like the type that when I was elementary, middle school, high school, he'd kind of be like. And like I said, I'm not throwing shade at Dan. I'm not trying to start a beef, not trying to start a war, not trying to start a, drama, any of that shit. Like, if I have my 817 subscribers that really watch me every day, or every week, don't send hate or harassment to the dude. I'm just saying, just putting it out there. Like, he's a cool dude. I'm not trying to start bullshit with him, I swear, but he kind of sounds like when I was in elementary, middle school, like, he sounds like one of those type of people that would be like the snitch to the teacher. Like, I'm telling the teacher you said a bad word. Or, I'm telling the teacher because you slapped me up the back of my head. Or you pinched me. You're being a bully. He sounds like one of those dudes that I would have seen in my elementary, middle school. I'm not trying to shit on him, like I said. Maybe as a 31, 32-year-old man, the way he is now compared to when he was 6, 10, 12, 13 years old, maybe he changed. And then another dude I used to watch, Undertaker Freak, I remember him back in the day. And no relation. My freaking name was Nintendo Sony Freak at the time, but he actually had that name first since like 2008 or 9. And another dude I used to watch constantly. His name was his real name was Steve Wolfie, but his username used to go SomeGuy827 back then. I used to watch shitload of that dude's videos. Anyways, let's begin. Rambling on way. fucking and this is only the second time they'll do a video on YouTube too. So it says, disgraced from YouTube. Star Onision has been accused, aka Gregory Jackson, has been accused of using popular YouTube to channel to recruit the solicit and groom underage children and having bad, evil things with them. And according to a civil lawsuit in federal court Wednesday, this is somebody who's suing them alongside Florida too. It says Wednesday's case is first known as a legal action to take place from YouTubers following several allegations of abuse and grooming in 2019. Onision 37, oh wow, so he's gonna be like 4 years older now, known as Gregory James Jackson, did not reply to the Rolling Stones' request for comment, but he has consistently denied. Of course, he's gonna fucking lie and bullshit out of his fucking paper bag. You can't even do that. He's one to have begged for mercy, bro. Bullshit. Now let's move on. Did not reply to Rolling Stone's request for comment, but he has consistently denied claims about abuse and grooming. According to the plaintiff, Regina Alonzo Jackson and his spouse, Lucas Jackson, I wonder if that's the one that ended up becoming Laney Bot, and then she ended up being like, I think, transgender later on. That girl, I think out of the 8-9 girls that Onision allegedly, can't say officially, but allegedly, I think. In my opinion, I think it really did hurt those girls badly. Mentally, psychologically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, especially the mentally. He destroyed them, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but I feel like, in my personal opinion, I'm right. I'm just saying. The Laney chick, the one that was, I think, Cool Guy Kai, like, she got the most fucked up out of all of them, sadly. And then the other chick, Shiloh, too, man. But let's move on. It says, encouraging lines of some flirty messages and lewd photographs. The three began dating according to the lawsuit, and solicit that word from Alonzo and her suggested visit to Jackson's home in Washington State. Alonzo claimed that the relationship caused serious physical and psychological harm. I'm good if that's true. Jackson first started YouTube in 2006, okay. And her name Onision, I was either 06 or 07, I was right. He became well known in 2010 for several videos, including the banana song. Any old heads from YouTube back in the day don't know what that was. You remember how big that shit got. I thought it was fucking stupid. It wasn't even funny to me, honestly. Let's continue on. In the other parody-themed sketches, he attracted many younger followers by posting videos about body image, appearance, self-identity, and self-deleting, I'd say that, ideology. All topics that helped him appeal to young girls questioning their self-image and identity, seeking answers to guidance according to the lawsuit. In the height of his popularity in the mid-2010s, going several additional accounts, he had 2 million subscribers and his Onision YouTube page, but for a creator of his size, his main drawing was closing interactions with fans who were encouraging messages for a personal forum and send photos of themselves to. Right, if any people from the mid-late 2000s, if you were millennials like my ass was, you remember websites like Mocospace, C-Pixel, 6drip, especially 6drip. Oh, that place was a freaking cesspool of 4chan, 8chan, Reddit, Cheetos, Mountain Dew. Nothing wrong with Cheetos and Mountain Dew, by the way. I eat that once a week, once a month, so I'm throwing shade at people that eat that, because I love eating shit on my Cheetos and Doritos. Except, I don't really like Cheetos as much. I like the Cheetos, I like Frito-Lays, in my personal opinion. Frito-Lays and, what's the other thing? Frito-Lays and Ruffles cheddar are better, in my opinion. Hot take, but Ruffles cheddar sour cream is better than Cheetos. I'm just saying. You know, it gets on your fingers the same way Cheetos does, but it doesn't get stuck in your teeth as bad as Cheetos usually does, which sucks. I'm not saying Cheetos is crap. It's good too, but I like the extra flaming hots better than the boring, shitty, regular Cheetos. Just my hot take on it. And same with freaking Lays. Those are, in my opinion, and Takis too. Like, Takis Nitros are freaking badass. Even though they're mainly for young people. I remember I first moved here to Las Vegas. When I was living on the East Coast, upstate New York, Takis didn't exist where I was at. So it was literally a gateway to heaven. The first time I ate at Takis at 13 years old. Like, even as a grown 34-year-old man, I still enjoy the fuck out of my Takis. I'm just saying. Not because I'm Mexican Puerto Rican either. It has nothing to do with that. Even if I would have been black, white, Asian, West Indian, or whatever, Arab, like, I still would have enjoyed the fuck out of it. Let's move on. I'm getting off track. Also goes on to say Jackson denies his alleged. Oh, I skipped all those. My bad. According to a lawsuit, Jackson held the Lucas on I read that 2019 Jackson and Lucas were accused of several women of grooming while they were underage. 6 other women who had past relationships with Jackson who also came forward and accused him of abuse. Jackson denied the allegations to his YouTube page several times, but in November 2019, he was banned from Patreon for violating the doxing terms of services by posting one of the accuser's cell phone numbers online. In January 2021, I remember this. This is when I do Chris Hansen got involved. Oh, dude, bro. If you weren't around for that drama, bro, you missed out on that bitch. I'm just saying. He's a dude that made to catch a predator. I'm like, I want you to have a seat. You were saying very naughty things on the internet. Were you not? Have a seat. Hey, thank you for your time. And then after that, every time Chris Hansen would do his little, nowadays it's a meme. But back in the day, that shit was real big. I was like 15, 16, 17 when I was a thing. This is an old school MySpace, C-Pixel, like I said, Daily Booth, and old school, like, Daily Booth, old school Nothing Toxic, old school, like World Star, old school, even the other things, but they're around, but a few of them died. Like, Lots of you and Stickcam were still a thing way before freaking TikTok became a thing. But anyways, let's move on. Yeah, the dude was popular. Let's move on. In January 2021, documentary series To Catch a Predator, Chris Hansen presents King Hanson and 2 other women were alleged by Jackson who groomed or abused them and used his fame or YouTube notoriety to undermine the stories of encouraging harassments. Let's just say that. A day after the series finale, Onision announced that he would be leaving YouTube because his channel has been demonetised. Of course he did. What else is new on that bitch? Alright, I'm just reading this last paragraph and I'll do my thoughts, views, and opinions in a quick second. In a screenshot shown in a now deleted video, a statement referring to, quote, "We are also concerned about the continuing allegations of off-platform behavior to child safety that could significantly harm to the community," unquote, violating our creator responsibilities and guidelines within our YouTube partnership program policies. These guidelines explain the way that we do not allow egregious behaviors that has a large negative impact on the community. There we go. Therefore, we have determined that your channel, Onision Speaks, will definitely be suspended, and YouTube partnership program won't be eligible on to. Oh yeah, I was gonna say 2 other things. I was gonna talk about this drama that was going on with DK Oldies and my boy Review Tech USA. That one's a very big shit that's going on right now. Huge ass drama there. And then there was another thing, but Sony State of Play is gonna be coming at the end of February. Pretty big news there, but I'll just say quick thoughts using stuff on that. It's decent. Not gonna care too much about the State of Play. The oldies thing I might talk about in another 10 minutes. Thoughts, views, and opinions on this though. This, my friend, you know who my boy freaking some guy 827 is? aka Stevie Wolfie, this man, the myth, the legend here, right here. Like dead ass, like he to me personally, just like my boy Fade, Holy Soldier, and Kathleen Jedi was, like he was probably like the 4th or 5th person that gave me inspiration to actually do YouTube videos. I mean he's a year older than I am, so he's not that older than me. I'm like very close to his age. He used to live out here in the shithole in Vegas too, ironically enough. I think it was like 2012, 2013 is when he moved out here. I think he lives probably like Tennessee, Alabama, Virginia, somewhere else. So he's living in the South. But other than that, they're a very cool dude. If he's still on BitChute or Spotify, I think he's on now. Check him out. He's a cool dude. But this piece of shit I'm for here, my God. I can't even stand looking at this dude's face because he hurt so many women. I'm like, it's not me trying to be a fucking SJW or any of that, but man, he destroyed a lot of freaking girls' lives. And this is the one I was talking about earlier. He fucked that chick's life up real bad, mentally, psychologically, spiritually, sadly. And this dude, Gregory James Jackson, bro, he's nothing now, bro. He's full of shit. He's full of garbage. He's probably rotting in the worst places in hell, in my opinion. And he's probably fucked for the rest of his life. Especially my dude. I said earlier, Daniel Soulsbatch, aka Repsion. He did so many videos on this dude. I'll see if I link the video to his channel below. All I gotta say is he's a piece of shit. He can go fuck himself, honestly. And I'm done here. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. Brothers and fanboys, talking more as soon to see you guys a day. Good night, wherever you reach out, like to move your content, good once in a while game news streams, and more news, such as drama news, all that other stuff. Twitter domain. That's it. Take it easy. Peace on the sauerkraut. Listen, bye. Talk to you soon. Bye.